Now, obviously, this guy was filming because he was concerned. There was a lot of gang stalking going on and stuff like that. And he was trying to gather evidence. She's saying that he was standing there staring at her. Like, what was going on was, like he was a creep. I'm being gang stalked too, and I actually break out my camera sometimes and start filming. Just the stuff that they do. Because they're the creepy ones.
Her filming her, have the cameras pointed right at her. He'd get right behind her, like when she...
See, he'd get right behind her, and what do? They put rid. Get rid. That's not what she just said. She just said that he'd get right behind her and would be filming her. Right, to make sure that she wasn't going to do anything, or plant anything or whatever, because he was being gang stalked. He said that the government was watching him. Barry Trower says that they're putting chips in everything. Alexas, microwaves, TVs, everything. Watching people nowadays. So, 60 Minutes did a thing where they can watch you through your phone. So the guy's not paranoid. That's exactly what's going on. So, here again.
Have the cameras pointed right at her. He'd get right behind her.
Right at her. And when she was putting her clothes in the dryer, and she's saying it's really weird and creepy. That's not weird and creepy, gathering evidence.
In the dryer. Things like that. Really weird and creepy. I think...
She's trying to make him look like he's the weird and creepy guy. He's just a guy keep getting evidence. Why did they put get rid? Trying to make him look like it's his fault. Why did they say that they had a good relationship for 12 years? Why did she let him stay there for 12 years if the guy was creepy? I don't think so.
Guns.
She owned some of her husband's guns, and to my knowledge, they were locked up in a case under a bed.
A bed in...
She owned some of her husband's guns. So they weren't his guns, they were her husband's.
Haenel's downstairs unit. Morrow says that Kane was living a nightmare, constantly in fear of Haenel's unpredictable behavior.
I felt that it was very scary and violent. And he was aggressive. When she would go into the laundry room, she would tell me that he'd stand there, like kind of staring at her and filming her.
Something was going on with the guy.
Have the cameras pointed right at her. He'd get
right at her. Not get rid of her. He had the cameras pointing right at her. Pointing right at her.
Have the cameras pointed right at her. He'd get right behind her, like when she's putting clothes in the...
Get right behind her. Not rid.
Have the cameras pointed right at her. He'd get right behind her, like when she's putting clothes in the dryer.
They put get rid behind her, not right behind her. That's not R-I-G-H-T. That's rid. That's false. That's not what was just said.
Have the cameras pointed right at her. He'd get right behind her, like when she's putting clothes in the dryer.
The guy was being stalked. He was being harassed right here by the police. They were covering it up.